Here with the head coach of the Iowa Hawkeyes, Coach Bond Shymansky, after a fantastic season, Coach, and just reflecting back now, you've had a little bit of time. What sticks out to you throughout your season?
Yeah, sometimes you need to step back for a second to just realize the success and accomplishment that we were able to achieve. And, it's so easily measured by wins and losses by so many people. And so you can't deny that we had a lot of improvement. But I think the best part was just really enjoying that journey and watching some of our younger players grow, watching some of our role players become really dominant players. And so many exciting wins and opportunities out there for us in the Big Ten. And, there's just no doubt about it that our league continues to show that they're the strongest in the country. We had the top three seeds in the NCAA tournament, 1, 2, 3. Two of them made it to the Final Four. The depth, the challenge, the opportunity, they're all there. They'll be right there waiting for us next year, too. And so really excited about our group returning.
How about those four seniors that kind of laid the groundwork when you were here, helped, kind of change the culture like you want to?
Yeah, culture change is really difficult, and it's especially difficult when you have players that you're inheriting, and two of those seniors were transfers, but the other two were here when I got here. They knew more about the interior culture of the program than I did on day one, and so those changes, those growth moments, they take a lot of time, takes a lot of patience on their part, certainly on my part too, but I thought they just did a great job. Klosterman and Bropes, both, they endured a lot to get to this point, and for them to finish their career with such a strong legacy, really turning the program around, getting us to the middle of the Big Ten. I mean, that doesn't sound like a lot, but considering the position that we started in just a couple of years ago and where the program had been, it's really an indication of the culture and the programmatic change that's happening.
How about, some signature wins along the way as well? Wins over Purdue, a ranked Illinois team at the time, taking even the number 3 team Minnesota to a fifth set. I mean, there were definitely some highlights, a couple of matches going back.
Yeah, ranked wins are always great. Beating ranked Purdue or ranked Illinois, or going toe-to-toe with Minnesota, who's in the Final Four right now. Really fun moments. That's the beauty of being in this league. I try to describe it to somebody else. I've been at other places coaching, and you get a couple moments a year. You get a couple matches that feel like championship matches. In the Big Ten, every night feels like a championship match, and so that can numb you for a little bit in a way, because you're just kind of taking one blow after the next, but it really kind of hardens you, solidifies your competitive resolve, and you see that in our young women as they keep getting tougher, stronger, and we focus so much on true mental toughness, and it's just been a really strong vision point and mission for our group.
And, you're talking about those ranked wins, those are fun, exciting ones. There's wins like Maryland, too. When you look at it, those are wins that you need to have, sweeping them both times. And that's another program that's trying to do a culture change just like you.
Yeah, you bet. One of the things we set out to do is we said, okay, we want to beat the teams that are at the top. That's how we get to the top. But along the way, you have to find kind of where your spot is that you can step on top of people. That's the brutality of competition. And so, we're going to keep working hard to do that and make sure that we're rising above the other programs that are around us currently in the league. And that's not an easy task. So, yeah, for us to come up with 9 wins and certainly take on the teams that have traditionally been around us in Big Ten standings and be able to come up with W's was really beneficial for our group.
Obviously, wins get the fans excited. 19 wins, the most since 1994, dating back in history. But you also had a record that I know you're proud of, too, the attendance record against Nebraska, having the most since a while ago here in Carver Hawkeye Arena.
Yeah, that's our largest attendance ever. When we had our match against Nebraska, and our marketing group and our ticketing group, everybody worked so hard to make that happen. And but the bottom line is our team worked hard to make it happen, because people want to come and watch us compete now. They believe we're going to win. We had a great homestand this year, night in and night out. So all those are growth indications for our program. And we said we can't just focus on one thing. We have to be willing to focus on all the components. And attendance is a big thing for us, and like it is for the rest of the conference. And so for us to have one of the top match attendances really in the country in that match was really a great sign for the future.
How big are fan support here, too? You have an attendance record, once they add it all up, one of the top 20 in the country, too, and that seems to be on the rise as well. People want to come in and see this group compete.
Yeah, we're working hard at it. The attendance thing's important, and we know we can do it kind of one person at a time, one Hawkeye fan at a time. We do a lot of just shameless recruitment. I'm always riding around in my volleyball golf cart, and our team's always willing to talk about the excitement around the program, and we're handing things out or bringing people in. We did that really cool promotion, giving away mopeds this season a couple times, and it was neat to interact with the folks that won that, and they're excited about the moped, but they're equally excited about just the direction of the program. And You know, that feels good because we work so hard at it, and sometimes if it goes unnoticed, you wonder if anybody cares. But Hawkeyes really care about Hawkeyes, and it's really great for us to see the Hawkeye fans coming out to support volleyball in particular now.
Coach, I know you had a record-breaking season in terms of wins, in terms of attendance. Now you've had some time. You know, you're already planning for next year. What are some of the goals maybe that you see out there to reach for next year's squad?
Yeah, the important thing is continuation. We actually liked our season the year before in terms of the growth of our team. We were way more competitive. We just didn't come up with the wins. So then this year we took that growth, and now we started to come up with wins. We had to keep that momentum moving forward and keep that progress. It's one small step at a time, and I always liken it to the final ascent of Everest. Those steps are so small, they're so short, they seem so easy. There's nothing treacherous in terms of the physical step at the top of Everest, but it's the top of Everest, and so you're always short of breath. There's so much peril and danger, and it's something that feels next to impossible, but people make that summit. Our group has to see it that way too. We're at the peak, and the peak of our sport right now is the Big Ten. So if we're resting at the peak of Everest right now in the Big Ten, we have to be willing to make those little steps every time, no matter how much breath it takes out of us, no matter how much peril we may see coming in the forefront. So yeah, lots of goals, lots of expectations, but really the bottom line for us is kind of that daily focus of true mental toughness, and I think our group's really embracing that.
Well, Coach, congratulations on a fantastic season, and best of luck in the future.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Coach. There we go.